let's talk about what is wrong with Uber's upfront info and what is going on. So
nothing's wrong with any. Nothing's wrong with any.
Nothing. No. I didn't know. If you see the screenshot, or if you're not paying, if you can't see the screenshot, basically it's a ride request that came in, and it is in the New York area. So it's actually up, just past Yonkers, and it goes just past Newark. So it's telling you that the pickup is 15 minutes or 6.1 miles away, and it's less. It's literally, the drop off is literally 0 miles away. Even though when you look at the map, it is clearly much longer than that. So they're showing the trip only being 877 for this trip, basically going from north of Yonkers all the way into on the other side of Newark.
Yeah, and then but the disclaimer is there. It says 45-minute trip.
Yeah. Please tell me how that makes sense, Uber, because it does not.
It makes sense because that's Uber.
But
everything makes sense. Everything makes sense.
But this is something I'm seeing more and more. So I'm seeing this being posted in Facebook groups. I'm seeing something like this being posted on Reddit. This is where we got it from too, is from Reddit. So this is happening more and more. But the problem is, what's actually happening too, is that the algorithm, when it's fucking up like this, it's actually paying out not based on the actual trip, but based out on what the error is.
Good point.
So, it's saying that you're going to be driving only 6.1 miles and it'll be 15 minutes totally. So you're going to make 877 with a $2.50 surge attached to that. But in reality, you're going to be driving probably over an hour just for that one, because you got to drive through New York. It looks like you're going over the GWB and going on the other side of Jersey and on New York.
Well, look, it's Trip Radar. You're not going to get matched with it anyway.
Yeah, somebody else got to it first. Or you know what? Better yet, it's going to come back to you a little bit cheaper. So it's going to be
come back to you at $6.77.
But the question is, have you guys been seeing this? Are you seeing some sort of discrepancy when it comes to the distances that they're showing versus what it is? And when you see something like this, please just ignore it. Don't take it, because this is going to be a problem. So if you did say, "Oh yeah, hey, something's wrong here," they'll adjust it because it's significantly longer. You'll probably get dinged by saying, "Hey, this ride was much longer than anticipated," and clearly there's some sort of error. And like I say, this I'm starting to see quite a bit. So if you're seeing something like this, make sure take screenshots, send it. But yeah, like I say, I'm starting to see this more and more, hearing about it more and more when it comes to these weird discrepancies, these weird bugs and errors and whatever it is when it comes down to this. And if somebody took this ride for 877, you're a moron. One thing I always say is work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, then you may be working harder. So let's change that. Download the app, link your accounts where you can manage your income, track your expenses, and project your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download Solo and begin to work smarter, not harder today. Link is in the description. All right, let's get back to it.
Look at the chat. There, a lot of people says, "Oh, I see it all the time." I'm like, okay, send them to me, Sergio at rideshareguy.com. Just more screenshots for me. I love screenshots. I collect screenshots.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I've been seeing it for a while, but it looks like it's actually becoming more and more egregious. So it's just, like I say, something to watch out for, something to pay attention to. When you're in your area, you should really know mileage and the times in that. And if anything seems off, make sure you realize that before accepting, especially now that they're actually adding that 5 extra seconds to the 15. So now you can double check and verify, because they can't even pull up the maps by their own simple way. I know we've had Lyft forever have this problem where they're like, "Oh yeah, the ride for the pickup is 2 miles away in 8 minutes." But in reality, when you click it, it's really like 4 miles away and 22 minutes to pick up. But it's like they're pulling it on the pricing side too.
Yeah, we talked about that how many times with Lyft, but finally they ended up kind of fixing it. But all these companies do the same thing. They on the ping screen, they don't send you the reality. What they do is that you accept, and then once you accept, you go see it is real time to pick up and real time to drop off. And they do this with the riders too, by the way. It's not just with drivers. They go like, "The car will be there in 3 minutes," and then about 8 minutes later, the guy goes, "Car will be there in 3 minutes." I'm like, yeah, well, that's how they hook you.
Yep.
And then once they hook you, they hook you. But no, this is obviously it's a bug, Chris. It's a bug.
Oh, it's just a bug, but it's been happening more and more. So just pay attention to that, because trying to get the right money out of that is probably going to be a pain in the ass if you did take some of these
Oh,
types.
you mean if you just did the trip? You mean?
Well, I mean, no, I wouldn't say if it's something as egregious as that, but if it's something where it like looks sort of right, but you can tell there's definitely something off.
Okay.
Who knows if you're going to get the true adjustment to what it should cost.
Yeah, go to support. And support will come back and your trip has been paid correctly.
Yeah. Hey, you want to know what? I bet that driver, or I mean, the passenger probably paid like $140 for it.
I'm sure they did, because I think on that trip, I think all the algo calculated is the pickup time, because it's a 6-mile pickup, right? And then the rest was like literally 100 feet trip. So they go like, algo goes, it's worth $877.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nope, not really. Sorry. But yeah, when it comes to that, just pay attention, please.
Buyer beware.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.